Hello grade 10, welcome to this video. So in this video, we're going to talk about problems involving sequence. So lahat ng natutunan yung concepts about arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, and also geometric series and arithmetic series, yung pagkuha ng sum ng mga terms, right? Yung pagkuha ng mga nth terms ng arithmetic at geometric sequence. So lahat yon ay i-apply natin in a problem situation. So now we are going to solve problems involving sequence. Okay, let us take this example. Suppose an arena has 30 seats in the first row, and that each row has more seats than the previous row. If there are 15 rows in the arena, how many seats are in the last row? Now, in solving problem involving sequence, mahalaga na malaman muna natin anong uri ng sequence ang involved in the given problem. Ito ba ay patungkol sa arithmetic sequence or ito ba ay patungkol sa geometric sequence? So, madali naman nating malalaman kung anong uri ng sequence. Kung ito ay arithmetic or geometric, ang titingnan lang natin dyan kung nagsasatisfy yung characteristics ng isang geometric sequence at arithmetic sequence. You have learned na ang pagkakaiba ng dalawa, pag sinabing arithmetic sequence, may common difference. At pag sinabing geometric sequence, may common ratio. So, tandaan nyo yung pagkakaiba ng dalawang yan. So, mahalaga that we know what type of sequence is involved in a given problem situation. Ngayon, anong type ng sequence sa palagay ninyo ang involved dito sa problem situation? Sabi dito, yung arena daw may 30 seats in the first row. So, di ba, ang isang arena consists of different rows, right? So, dito sa problem, ang ibinigay na data or information, yung first row ng arena ay may 30 seats. So, you can denote that first row as your first term. So, we have 30 seats. So, 30. So, first term agad yan, right? Pero, hindi pa natin alam if this is an arithmetic or geometric. So, analyze pa natin. Sabi dito, each row has 4 more seats than the previous row. Ibig sabihin, kung etong 30, ang first row natin, yung susunod na row ay 4 more seats than this first row. Ano ibig sabihin ng 4 more seats? Ibig sabihin, plus 4. So, yung susunod na row ay plus 4 ang bilang ng number ng seats meron sa previous row. Kaya, kung ang first row ay 30, yung susunod na row ay 34. Right? At yung susunod ay 38 kasi sabi, each row has 4 more seats more than the previous row. So, that's it. So, yan. So, kung titingnan ninyo, based dito, no, sa na-identify na natin yung mga rows with the number of seats, ano sa palagay nyong uri ng sequence ito? Doon pa lang sa term na has 4 more seats, ibig sabihin, the operation is addition. Remember, in arithmetic sequence, yung terms or yung ating term ay nakukuha by adding, di ba? By adding the previous term, right? To the common difference or with the common difference, makukuha mo yung susunod na term. So, tingnan nyo. 30 plus 4, 34. Plus 4, 38. At ano yung 4 na yon? Yung 4 na yon, yun yung common difference. Kasi kung titingnan nyo, 34 minus 30 is 4. Right? 38 minus 34 is 4. So what does it mean? There is a common difference. So what does it mean? This problem involves an arithmetic sequence based doon sa mga data na ibinigay. Okay, ano pang ibinigay dito? Sabi, if there are 15 rows in the arena, so ito yung first row, second row, third row, sabi ilan ang rows daw? 15. Therefore, ang n ninyo ay 15. Yan yung bilang ng rows in the arena. So, number of rows. And that's the number of terms, right? In arithmetic sequence. Okay? Okay. Sabi dito, anong hinahanap? How many seats are in the last row? So, ano ibig sabihin? Ano ba ang hinahanap? Is it the sum of the seats or ilang rows or ilang seats ba meron sa mga rows? O ang tinatanong lang ay how many seats are in the last row? Sa pinaka-last na row, ilang seats meron? Ano ba yung pinaka-last na row ninyo? So, kung meron tayong 15 rows, right? Ano ang pinaka-last row natin? So, pinaka-last row natin ay A sub 15. So, yan ang hinahanap. Yung 15th row. So, take note, yung last row na hinahanap, that is the 15th row. Okay? At ang tinatanong, how many seats are there in the 15th row? Because that is the last row. Bakit siya last row? Kasi there are 15 rows. Therefore, since this is an arithmetic sequence, at ang hinahanap ay A sub 15. And what is this? Nth term. Right? So, in other words, ang gagamitin nating formula to find that 15th term is A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Ito yung formula natin in finding the nth term of what? Arithmetic sequence. At ang hinahanap ay A sub 15. And that's our n, right? So, substitute. Ano first term natin? In our example here, ang first term ay 30. So, therefore, we have 30 plus, okay, n is 15 minus 1. Anong common difference natin? Alam na natin kanina. So, 34 minus 30 is 4. So, the common difference is 4. Okay, let's continue. 30, okay, plus 15 minus 1 is 14. Okay, times 4, the common difference. Okay, bago natin i-add ito, 30 plus, i-multiply muna si 14 times 4. And what is 14 times 4? That is equal to 14 times 4, that is 56. Tama ba? So, 4 times 4 is 16, carry 1, 4, so 56. And then, i-add natin 30 plus 56. So, our A sub 15 is equal to 86. So, in other words, there are 86 seats in the last row. Okay? So, that is our first example. Okay, and now let us have another example of problem situation. Okay, we have here Chelsea wants to save money from her weekly allowance. She saved 20 pesos for the first week. If she plans to double her savings each week thereafter, how much money will she save after 6 weeks? Okay, let us analyze first. What type of sequence is involved in this problem situation? Okay, so based on the information given in the problem, Chelsea saved 20 pesos for the first week. So that will be the first term, right? So you may write it. So 20, that's the first week na savings ni Chelsea. So, 20. And then, sabi dito, if she plans to double her savings each week thereafter. Ano ba ibig sabihin pag sinabing double? Okay? So, double means times 2. Right? Dodoblehin. So, in other words, kung sa first week, she saved 20 pesos, sa susunod na week, gusto niyang i-double, ita times 2 niya, so this will become, the second week will become 40 pesos. Okay? So, and that will be our second term of the sequence. So, yung susunod na week, do-double niya uli, yung previous, so 40 times 2, double, it will become 80 pesos, and so on and so forth. Ngayon, let us analyze. Based on this sequence here, anong uri ng sequence ito? Is it an arithmetic sequence, just like in our first example? Is there a common difference? Let us see. 40 minus 20, the answer is 20, right? 80 minus 40, the answer is 40. So, the first difference is 20 and the second one is 40. So, it's not constant. So, there is no common difference. Okay, tingnan natin kung ito ba ay geometric sequence. So, let us see. Let's get the common ratio. 40 divided by 20 is 2, right? And then 80 divided by 40 is 2. So, what does it mean? There is a common ratio which is 2. Okay? Actually, yung term na double, that means multiplying by 2 or 2 times. Okay? Remember, sa geometric sequence, yung term natin ay obtained by multiplying, right? The previous term by the common ratio. Kaya, times 2, 40. Times 2, 80. And so on and so forth. So, madaling salita, this is an example of a geometric sequence. So, geometric sequence siya. So, therefore, we need our concepts of geometric sequence. Okay, ano ba ang tinatanong in the problem? Sabi dito, how much money will she save after 6 weeks? So, take note ha, ang hinahanap, total amount of money na masisave niya after 6 weeks. So, yung how much money will she save after 6 weeks, that refers to the total amount of money after 6 weeks. Therefore, ang hinahanap sa atin dito is sum ng savings. Mula sa first week hanggang sa 6th week. Alright? So, therefore, it is S sub 6 ang hinahanap. Sum of the first 6 terms. In other words, geometric series ito. Hindi siya nth term. Hindi siya a geometric sequence or finding the nth term of geometric sequence. Okay. So now, ano ba ang formula natin in finding the sum of the terms of finite geometric series? So we will have S sub n is equal to A sub 1 times 1 minus R raised to n all over 1 minus R. So, naalala nyo yung formula na yan. So, kailangan natin, yung n natin, since ang ating number o total number of weeks ay 6, therefore, ang n ay 6. So, we will have S sub 6 is equal to A sub 1 natin, yung first term in our sequence is 20. So, 20, okay, times 1, that is constant in the formula, minus common ratio is 2, right? So, 2 raised to n, which is 6, okay, all over 1 minus r, so 1 minus 2, right? So, let us simplify this further, okay? So, we'll have 20 times 1 minus, raise muna natin yung 2 raised to 6. So, 2 raised to 6 means 2 times 2 times 2, 6 times. And the answer is 64. Right? Okay? All over 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Okay, let's continue. 20. So, S sub 6 is equal to 20. Okay? Times, subtract natin, 1 minus 64, that is negative, sorry. Okay? That is negative 63. Okay? 1 minus 64 is negative 63 divided by negative 1. Okay, let's continue. So, 20 multiplied by negative 63. Ang sagot is 1,200 or negative 1,260. Right? Okay, positive times negative is negative 1,260. That is 20 times 63. Okay? Divided by negative 1. And finally, let us simplify this. So, our S sub 6 is equal to, so negative 1,260 divided by negative 1. So, we have negative divided by negative. The answer is positive 1,260. Right? And that will be the total savings Chelsea will have after 6 weeks. Therefore, since savings ang pinag-uusapan, so your answer is how much? 1,260. So that will be the amount of money that Chelsea will save after 6 weeks. Okay? So ngayon, actually, you can verify this, right? Pwede nyong ituloy itong sequence natin. Kung itutuloy natin yung sequence, so 20, okay, 40, 80. So after next times 2, you will get 100, or 80 times 2 is 160. Correct? And then, ituloy. Okay, and next, after 160 times 2, you will get 320. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, isa pang week times 2, you will get 640. That correct? That is 6 weeks na magsisave siya. So, try nyong i-add ito kasi kinukuha yung sum. So, plus, 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 plus. And you will get 1,260. So, that is another problem situation. And now, this is an geometric series.